Welcome to Cloudcast, where you get an inside look at St. Cloud, Florida's local government. Whether you live, work, or play here, we're bringing you the information you need to better understand your city. Cloudcast is hosted by our communications team, including Miriam Batchelder, Andrew Sullivan, Deborah Carson, and Jay B. Miller. Thanks for listening in to Cloudcast.
Hello, St. Cloud. Welcome back to this edition of Cloudcast. We have two very special guests with us today. We have Erin Jenks and Rose Testerman, both from our Parks and Recreation Department, and they are here to talk today about some activities and events we have coming up for Veterans Day. As you may know, St. Cloud has kind of a unique history where we were actually founded by veterans, so Veterans Day is kind of a big deal around here for all the obvious reasons. Erin, Rose, welcome. Talk to us a little bit about what is going on in St. Cloud for veterans recognition this year.
We have a lot. There's not a lack of events going on November 9th, that's for certain. Erin, you want to take it away with the parade?
Definitely a very busy day, yes. So we have our parade every other year. It's in Kissimmee and then St. Cloud, so we take turns. This year, of course, it's in St. Cloud. It'll start at 10 a.m., and it will start at Pennsylvania and Lakeshore. And it will go down Pennsylvania Avenue towards City Hall. At 9th Street, it's going to go between City Hall and the VFW building. And then it'll loop back around to Massachusetts Avenue back at the lake. And this is going to be by the Osceola County Veterans Council. They put the parade on, so they're expecting about 50 floats and a lot of different people coming out and supporting veterans and, you know, having a good time for everybody to come and see.
Outstanding.
And there's a lot of information that gets posted about the parade routes, kind of where the setup is and all of that. For the parades downtown, kind of what are some tips and tricks for people to really have a great time?
Bring a chair. And if you have little ones, bring a bag, because there's always some goodies that are going to get thrown out.
Yep.
And just be patient. Park a couple of blocks away and take your family and walk into town is the best way. And, you know, and then spend the whole day downtown even, because there's a lot of activities that'll be going on throughout the day.
Yeah, I think bring a chair is a really good one. And as someone with little ones, yep, absolutely bring a bag, because you'll leave with just handfuls and handfuls and handfuls of candy. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It'll be a beautiful day. Our weather's finally starting to drop, so make it a whole day. Enjoy it.
And Andrew, we were speaking earlier, there's an event actually right before the parade that morning that may not be for everybody, but it'll be a lot of fun for some people. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. For our folks that are a little bit more active, you can find information now either through the McCormick Research Institute's social media or through the St. Cloud Police Department social media. There's going to be a 5K ruck event, which is going to walk you around some of the downtown areas. If you're not familiar, a ruck is basically a walk, but with weight on your shoulders and back. So sort of how our military moves their equipment on person with a big packed bag. Picture that. If that sounds really exciting to you, it's actually for a really good cause. It supports some of the veteran supportive therapeutic initiatives that are going on at McCormick. It's a $25 fee to sign up, which you can do in person on the day of, or you can do online right now.
It's a pretty big event. Lots of people have been showing out and showing up. It's definitely grown over the years.
Yeah, it seems to be very popular this year. So, like I said, there's sign up online, or you can show up day of. They're doing sign up starting at 8, and the event starts at 9 a.m. that day.
Erin, I know you were talking about another activity going on that day. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so once the parade concludes at Veterans Park, probably around 12:30, we're going to start our Veterans Resource Fair. And there's a lot of different vendors that we have coming out that specifically help veterans that might be in need for different services. As mentioned before, the McCormick Equestrian Center is going to be there. We have Osceola Family and Consumer Services, Team Blue 4, which does adaptive sports for disabled vets, Heroes Highway to Homeownership. So a lot of opportunities to help anyone who might, just need to find something or, share that information across the board. and this is going to be at Veterans Park, like I said, 12:30. And then there's an additional component of that event that I'm going to let Rose talk about with the Main Street Department as well.
Yeah, so as a history nerd, a self-proclaimed history nerd, I found this very exciting. So we're actually going to be placing a historical landmark in Veterans Park. Paula Stark's going to be doing the dedication. That'll kick off around 12:30 when the event starts. That'll be our grand kickoff. And I just want to kind of talk about some of the cool history of that park because it's incredibly exciting. In 1929, the St. Cloud Tribune, so a group of people called on to the government, our local government, to start a beautification program. So then our city created a commission for construction on different things, one of them including Veterans Park. And then lots of people came together for this. The state road department donated soil, and then the community itself raised a whopping $50, which sounds like, something that we just kind of not even blink an eye at as a cost, but that was a lot for them to raise. And they hired landscaping and all these other components to finish and finalize this park. The reflection pool that was put in Veterans Park at the time was one of the only few successful pools in the state of Florida, which is, again, when you think about it now, you look left and right, you can't miss a pool. So we had one of those first ones. And then on June 13th, 1937, the park was finally dedicated. It was dedicated by Mayor Clarence Smith. And that didn't include the bandshell at the time. The bandshell didn't come till a little bit later. So the community came together again, and they raised a little over $300 for construction of the bandshell, which, again, for the time, it's not something that we would think of now as a huge cost for construction, but the community came together to do that, to have this, and to bring more things to St. Cloud. So that broke in 1952. The construction of it. And even before it was finished in 1955, they started going full steam ahead. They started hosting concerts, dances, everything there. And it was finally completed and dedicated in November of 1955. And even St. Cloud High School was there to celebrate, if you can imagine that. The Boy Scouts Club and St. Cloud High did the dedication. So yeah, when you think about this thing, we're so blessed to drive by every single day. It started way back when, and it's got a lot of cool history to it.
It's got a rich history, and it's nice. There's going to be a plaque there now so people can read a little bit about that.
Absolutely, yeah. All the information is right there for people to soak in.
Great. Well, we've talked a lot today about the community coming together, and as we alluded to earlier, we have a good history of that. So we're really hoping that our community will do that again that weekend on November 9th. Come out and join us for the Ruck first thing in the morning, followed by the parade, and then the Veterans Resource Fair and that plaque dedication over at Veterans Park.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for this edition of Cloudcast. Don't forget to like, follow, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time on Cloudcast.